Close your eyes for a moment, dear friends, and imagine you're standing at the crossroads of a sprawling, ancient city, with paths stretching far and wide in all directions. Each path, unique and distinct, representing a direction your life can take. Some paths are smooth and straight, some wind through mountains, others meander alongside rivers, while some are obscured by forests. You see, these are not mere pathways, but symbolic of the infinite possibilities life holds, the countless choices you can make. And you, my friend, stand at the crossroads at the beginning of this incredible journey. Remember, you are not a mere wanderer in this city of life. You are the architect, the painter of your destiny, standing at the precipice of creation, with the power to choose, to venture forth into the unknown. This is the beauty and the mystery of the early stages of life. Why, you might wonder, is it so important to focus on this stage of your journey? Because the paths we choose, the roads we travel, they shape us. They mold us into who we are, who we become. But fear not, for the journey is not one you must undertake unguided, unprepared. Together we will explore the lessons, the wisdom that lights our way, guiding us to a richer understanding of ourselves and the world we live in. So let me ask you, dear friends, are you ready? Are you ready to embark on this life-altering journey of self-discovery and growth? Are you ready to delve deep, to explore, to learn? Stay with me, for this journey promises to be enlightening. Our first stop? We begin with exploring the depths of our own beings, our inner worlds. The power of self-awareness awaits. Are you prepared to see yourself as you truly are? After all, as the ancient Greek aphorism states, know thyself. And on that note, let's dive into our first lesson. Lesson 1. The power of self-awareness. Who are you? Simple, isn't it? You may be quick to respond with your name, your job, your roles in life, a son, a friend, an engineer, a gamer, an athlete. But dear friends, peel away these labels, and the question becomes profound. Who are you truly at your core? This is the essence of self-awareness, and it's where our journey begins today. We are complex creatures, aren't we? A cocktail of emotions, skills, dreams, desires, and weaknesses. But how well do you really know these elements that make you you? Have you ever taken a moment to pause, to introspect, to delve deep into the vast ocean of your being? Self-awareness, dear friends, is not a destination, but a journey. It's about truly understanding and accepting yourself, recognizing your strengths, embracing your weaknesses, aligning with your passions, and living by your values. It's about dancing with your dreams and acknowledging your fears. Why, you ask, is this important? Picture this: a ship sailing aimlessly in the sea, at the mercy of the waves, the wind, the storm. Now imagine that same ship with a captain who knows its strengths, who can navigate the rough seas, who is aware of the destination. The difference is stark. This ship, my friends, symbolizes your life, and you are the captain. Your self-awareness, or lack thereof, determines the course of your journey. Understanding yourself better equips you to make choices that align with your true self. It helps you choose the right paths at the crossroads we discussed, make decisions that resonate with who you are, and carve a life that is authentic, fulfilling. So I invite you now to take this journey of self-discovery. Reflect on your strengths, your weaknesses. What sets your heart on fire? What values guide your decisions? Who are you beneath the layers of societal expectations and self-imposed pressures? Let's remember, dear friends, as we move forward in our journey, that self-awareness is our compass, the North Star that guides us when we are lost. Lesson 2. Responsibility and accountability. Have you ever dreamt of being a captain of a ship, standing tall and resolute, steering the wheel as the vessel cuts through the mighty waves, mapping your course under the vast sky? Imagine such a life for a moment. Isn't there a sense of power, of control? Now let me ask you, what if that ship is your life and you're its captain? How would taking responsibility change your current circumstances? You see, my friends, life can often feel like that ship in a storm, being tossed around, seemingly out of our control. We might blame the winds for our misdirection or the waves for our instability. It's easier, isn't it, to attribute our problems to external factors, our upbringing, our circumstances, even our stars. But what if I told you that the real power, the true control, lies within you? Taking responsibility means acknowledging that we are in control of our actions, our reactions, our feelings, and even our thoughts. It means admitting that we have the power to change our circumstances instead of playing victims to them. It is accepting that while we cannot control the storm, we can control how we navigate through it. Accountability, dear friends, walks hand in hand with responsibility. It's about following through on the commitments you've made, to others and most importantly, to yourself. It's about owning up to your mistakes, and instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" you ask, "What can I learn from this?" It's about being the architect of your own destiny rather than being a mere bystander. Becoming responsible and accountable might feel daunting. It's like standing at the helm of your ship during a storm. But remember this, my friends, the storm passes and the ship that survives it emerges stronger, more resilient. The same holds true for you. Embracing responsibility and accountability will not only empower you, but will also build your character, strengthen your resolve, and shape your destiny. But as we navigate these often treacherous waters, we need to understand our feelings, our reactions. That brings us to our next lesson, an often overlooked yet powerful aspect of our lives: emotional intelligence. Lesson 3. Emotional intelligence, a hidden strength. Imagine a storm brewing over a once calm sea. Towering waves rise and crash, whipped into a fury by howling winds. Now consider your emotions as that sea, and your mind as the sky above it. Have you ever thought about how your emotions, like the tempest, affect your decisions and relationships? Emotional intelligence, my friends, is much like understanding the language of that stormy sea. It's the capacity to be aware of, control, and express our emotions, and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. It's not just about identifying our emotions, but also understanding what they're telling us. It's about using this awareness to manage ourselves and our relationships effectively. Life often presents us with storms. We experience a surge of emotions: joy, anger, sadness, fear, surprise, and more. Each emotion is like a wave, carrying a message from the depths of our being to the surface of our consciousness. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand these messages, to comprehend what each wave is telling us. But how can this help, you might wonder? Well, consider a situation where anger rises within you like a tidal wave. Without emotional intelligence, you might let the wave crash and cause damage. But with emotional intelligence, you understand that this anger, this wave, is a signal of something deeper, perhaps a sense of injustice or a boundary being crossed. You then use this understanding to express your feelings in a respectful manner and take constructive action. Emotional intelligence also impacts our relationships, making them more meaningful and resilient. It's like understanding the language of the sea so well that you can predict the onset of a storm and navigate accordingly. It allows us to perceive and understand the emotions of others, to empathize with them, to navigate the stormy waters of disagreements and conflicts with grace and understanding. Imagine having such a deep understanding and command of your emotional seascape that no storm could catch you unprepared. How would that shape your life? How would that transform your relationships? Have you ever thought about how your emotions affect your decisions and relationships? And how might understanding them better help you navigate the stormy seas of life? Lesson 4. The art of listening. Picture yourself as a traveler exploring the grand canvas of life. You come across a bridge. This bridge connects you to other souls on their own journeys. But to cross this bridge and connect, you need a special key. This key, dear friends, is the art of listening. Did you know that the most effective communicators are also the best friends? Yes, it may seem surprising in a world where many strive to be heard, yet fewer yearn to listen. However, the power of listening lies in its subtlety, its humility, and its ability to foster understanding and connection. Listening is more than a passive act. It's an active process, a conscious decision to quiet our own voices, our judgments, our preconceived notions, and truly tune in to the other person. To listen is to give someone the gift of your undivided attention, to validate their feelings and thoughts, and to create a safe space for dialogue and understanding. Think about the last time you truly listened to someone, where you were not just waiting for your turn to speak, but genuinely engaged in understanding their perspective. It's like gently cradling their thoughts in your hands, showing them that you value their words. When we listen, we learn. We gain a wider perspective of the world, understand different viewpoints, and build stronger connections. It's a bridge to empathy, compassion, and enhanced understanding of not only others but ourselves as well. Consider a dispute between friends, a clash of words fueled by miscommunication. Yet, in the midst of the chaos, if one chose to truly listen, to comprehend and empathize, could not the conflict turn into a conversation, the dispute into understanding? Indeed, listening could diffuse the tension, transforming battlegrounds into meeting grounds. But the art of listening doesn't just apply to others. It's also about listening to our inner voices, our intuition, the whispers of our heart. These internal dialogues guide us, offering wisdom and insight as we navigate life's labyrinth. In the grand symphony of life, the art of listening prepares us to face our next life lesson. Embrace failure as a teacher. But before we move to the next lesson, take a moment and think. How can mastering the art of listening enhance your communication, relationships, and understanding of self and others? Lesson 5. Embrace failure as a teacher. Every journeyman on the path of life will encounter a specific breed of teachers. These teachers do not possess a conventional classroom, nor do they rely on traditional books and whiteboards. Instead, they teach lessons in the hard-knock school of existence. Among them, one stands out with a peculiar charm, the teacher of failure. What if we told you that your failures are the stepping stones to your success? A question you might find hard to swallow, even more difficult to believe. But let's pause and think about it. How many times have you stumbled and fallen, only to get back up, dust yourself off, and learn a valuable lesson? How many times has a closed door led you to an open window, a path you never would have discovered had it not been for the initial setback? The night sky paints a perfect metaphor. Consider the stars. They are most visible, most beautiful in the darkest of nights. Similarly, our brightest lessons often emerge from the dark abyss of failure. Every fall carries the potential to illuminate a new understanding, a new perspective. Remember, each failure carries within it a seed of potential, of growth. When nurtured with reflection, resilience, and renewed effort, it sprouts into a mighty tree of wisdom and success. And thus, from the ashes of our defeats, we rise, stronger and wiser. Look back at history's greats, inventors, leaders, artists. They didn't reach their zenith without their fair share of failures. They stumbled, fell, but most importantly, they rose. They understood that failure wasn't a full stop, but a comma, a pause to learn, adapt, and grow. As we navigate through this sea of life, the waves will sometimes push us back, and we will taste the bitter tang of failure. But remember, every wave that pushes us back is an opportunity to learn how to swim stronger. Every failure is a lesson, a beacon guiding us towards our true north. Lesson 6. Financial literacy, a necessity, not a luxury. What if I told you that the key to unlocking a future of security, independence, and prosperity was already in your hands? How can financial literacy change the course of your life? It's a question that piques curiosity, isn't it? Let's dive deeper. Picture life as an expedition, a quest for a hidden treasure. You've been given a map, but the intricate pathways, the symbols, the lingo, it's all foreign to you. Without the ability to understand and interpret this map, the treasure will remain an elusive dream. Now, consider this map as the complex world of finances, budgeting, saving, investing. The treasure, your financial freedom. Financial literacy is not a luxury that only Wall Street moguls should possess. No, it's a necessity, as essential as the compass to the explorer. It's the tool that helps you navigate through the unpredictable seas of the economy, enabling you to make informed decisions that can steer your ship towards the haven of financial security. Understanding the language of money is the foundation upon which you build your financial fortress. It starts with budgeting, the blueprint of your financial house. Knowing where your money comes from and where it goes is a powerful knowledge. It's about controlling your money, not letting it control you. Saving, then, is the act of laying the bricks one at a time, preserving a part of today for the uncertainties of tomorrow. But to let your wealth grow, you must introduce it to the world of investing. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, They may sound complex, perhaps intimidating, but they are but tools waiting to be understood and harnessed. Money invested wisely has the potential to multiply, to create wealth that extends beyond your regular income. It can open up opportunities, give you the power to chase your dreams, provide for your loved ones, and secure your future. More importantly, it grants you choices, the choice to retire early, the choice to switch careers, the choice to weather financial storms. As we inch closer to mastering our finances, let us not forget that wealth is not merely a means to material gain. As we prepare for our next lesson, ponder upon this. Can empathy and compassion be your secret tools to lead a more fulfilled life, even in the realm of finances? But for now, let us dwell on this thought. How can you take the first step towards financial literacy and, by extension, your financial independence? The power of compassion and empathy. Consider for a moment the might of a mountain, yet it is the river that carves its path through, not with force, but with persistence and adaptability. In life, as in nature, power comes in many forms. Today we explore two unassuming yet potent forces, compassion and empathy. You might wonder, can empathy and compassion be your secret tools to lead a more fulfilled life? Let me weave you a tale of two brothers, standing on opposite sides of a chasm, separated by a precipice of misunderstanding and anger. They yell, they argue, but their words fall into the void, unheard and unheeded. Now imagine if one brother takes a moment, silences his anger, and tries to see the world from the other's perspective, to feel what he's feeling. The chasm shrinks, the precipice less daunting. That, my friends, is the power of empathy. Empathy allows us to understand, to really get where another person is coming from. It's like a bridge connecting hearts, narrowing the gaps that differences carve. In recognizing the emotions, fears, and joys of others, we realize we are not so different after all. It's a universal language that fosters connection and unity in a world often too focused on divisions. But understanding alone isn't enough. Here's where compassion enters our story. If empathy is understanding another's pain, compassion is wanting to alleviate it. It's like a comforting hand on a troubled shoulder, a shelter in a storm, a beacon in the darkness. Compassion brings us closer, builds stronger relationships, communities, societies. It teaches us the value of kindness, not just to others but also to ourselves. It reminds us that it's okay to be imperfect, to err, to stumble. Empathy and compassion together make us not just better individuals, but better friends, better partners, better leaders. They guide us in our interactions, allowing us to respond rather than react, to comfort rather than confront, to understand rather than judge. As we ponder upon the power of empathy and compassion, I invite you to reflect on your relationships. Where can you inject more understanding, more kindness? How can this change your life's dynamics? Yet let's not forget, a fulfilling life doesn't just depend on healthy relationships and financial literacy. It demands the wellness of the self too, both body and mind. Thus we find ourselves at the doorway to our next lesson. How would prioritizing your health impact your life? But before we tread that path, let's revisit our question. Can empathy and compassion, these gentle, unassuming forces, be the tools that help you carve your path to a more fulfilled life? Allow this thought to simmer in your mind as we ready ourselves for the next chapter in our journey. Maintaining physical and mental health. Imagine, if you will, a finely crafted instrument, masterfully tuned to resonate the sweetest melodies. Now what if we neglect this instrument, failing to care for its intricate strings or the polished wood that houses its soul? The music fades, the harmony is lost. This instrument, dear friends, is not unlike our bodies. So I ask, how would prioritizing your health impact your life? Just as the instrument needs care, so too does our health, both physical and mental. For they are intertwined, two halves of a whole, each affecting the other in profound ways. Our physical health, much like the polished exterior of our instrument, is visible and often admired. A healthy diet, regular exercise, adequate rest, these are the familiar refrains of its care. A well-nourished and active body is like a powerful engine, driving us with energy and vitality through life's meandering paths. Yet there's a melody within, the one that sings the silent song of our emotions, our thoughts, our spirit, our mental health. It is the quiet echo of joy in good times, the whisper of resilience during hardships, the voice of peace amidst chaos. Caring for our mental health is as vital as caring for our bodies. Meditation, mindfulness, gratitude, these practices can help tune this delicate part of our instrument. For a healthy mind breathes serenity into our lives, equips us with the strength to face challenges, and fosters a sense of contentment that is independent of external circumstances. We've explored many lessons on this journey, from self-awareness to compassion, from financial literacy to listening skills. But remember, none of these lessons can resonate their true potential if the instrument that plays them, our body and mind, is out of tune. Before we turn to our final chapter, reflect on this. Our health is the silent music of our lives, the rhythm that carries us through every dance with fate. Neglecting it silences our melodies, our songs of joy, resilience, and fulfillment. As we prepare to bring together all we've learned in our concluding chapter, remember, a well-tuned instrument is a delight not just to its player, but to all who hear its music. In the same way, a healthy you can inspire, motivate, and bring joy to your world. The journey continues, applying life's lessons. And here we stand, at the crest of the hill, having journeyed together through the landscapes of wisdom. It is not the conclusion, my friends, but merely a pause, a moment of respite to look back at the terrain we traversed. Each lesson we uncovered was a stepping stone, leading us deeper into the labyrinth of self-discovery, each offering unique insight, much like a lantern illuminating our path in the dimmest night. We started at the crossroads of life, grappling with the power of self-awareness, understanding ourselves, our strengths, our weaknesses. For only when we know ourselves can we chart a course that is truly ours. We took on the mantle of responsibility and accountability, acknowledging our role as the architects of our destiny. We became captains of our ships, steering resolutely through the tumultuous seas of life. We discovered the profound strength that resides in our emotions, learning the art of emotional intelligence. We became more than just thinkers, but feelers, adding a depth to our existence that's as profound as it is transformative. We mastered the art of listening, realizing that true communication lies not in speaking, but in hearing. And in hearing, we found understanding, a connection that binds us in ways words often fail to. We learned to embrace failure, not as an end, but as a teacher, a guide, helping us to refine our steps, to become more resilient, to persevere. Each stumble became a step, each fall a lesson learned. We uncovered the necessity of financial literacy, learning to navigate the intricate web of monetary matters. We turned a complicated necessity into an empowering tool that paves our path towards financial independence. We realized the transformative power of compassion and empathy, understanding that they are more than virtues. They are pathways to a more fulfilling life, allowing us to touch the lives of others, creating a ripple of positivity that goes beyond ourselves. And finally, we recognize the importance of maintaining our physical and mental health. We learn to care for ourselves, to tune our body and mind, for they are the vessels that carry us through the odyssey of life. The early stages of life present unique challenges and opportunities. It's an essential time to learn, grow, and set the foundation for a meaningful and fulfilling life journey. So, dear friends, let these lessons not be mere stories told, but a living philosophy, guiding you each day, leading you further into the journey of becoming. Let the echoes of these lessons reverberate within you, inspiring action, transformation, and growth. And remember, every ending is a new beginning. So as we conclude, I leave you with a question to ponder. As the architect of your destiny, what masterpiece will you create?